Hi! Do I have chocolate in my teeth? Hi everyone. I'm gonna do a little bit of a different video, a little short, quick, little tutorial video today in honor of my new book sleeve collection release. If you follow my shorts, because I post shorts incessantly, you might already know that I was working on a series of book sleeves, and I have finally released them on my website, which I have linked down below if you want to go check those out. But in honor of that release, I wanted to do a quick tutorial on one of my favorite stitch patterns that I use in a lot of my book sleeves, mainly because I like the look of it. It's like a kind of a rustic-y vibe, but also because it's super quick to make once you know how to do it. And it's super, super easy. It looks complicated, and it feels like there's a lot going on off the top, but I'm gonna take you through it step by step. Now I'm gonna try and be really cohesive and explain everything really clearly. So follow along if you want to learn corner to corner crochet. It's one of the ones that you probably have seen talked about a lot. There are a few tutorials out there. There are a lot of good ones. And what I love about this as well is not only is it fast and cute, but it can also be used to create little pictures. It'll kind of like a tapestry crochet, but instead of working in single crochet color changes, you're working in blocks. So you'll see tutorials out there for like heart patterns or flowers. Usually it's simpler things because your designs will get very big when it comes to the grids, because you'll see, each square is made up of a few stitches. So let's start this tutorial. Do you want to make the tutorial? You're not very good at corner to corner. You're not very good at anything. Okay, let's get this tutorial started. Look at this thing. Okay, there we go. So we are going to start this with a simple slip knot. If you don't know how to make a slip knot, I will show you very quick. So when you make a slip knot, you crisscross applesauce and then put your fingies through on the opposite side of this working yarn, which is the one that's attached to the ball. Grab it. Grab both of your little tails. Beep. So now the one that's actually controlling the size of this is your working yarn. Oh, by the way, I should say this. I am left-handed, but that shouldn't make a difference because I learned to crochet from a right-handed person. So just follow the same steps, but just use your dominant hand. It's not an issue, I promise. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do for our corner to corner crochet is you're just gonna make 6 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if you want, or 4, 5, 6. So this is all you need to start. This is all you need. You can make it as this is all that you need to begin your journey into corner to corner crochet. So I'll explain it in 2 ways. You want to make a double crochet in the middle chain. So that's, you count 1, 2, 3 away from your hook. 1, 2, 3, or 3 up from the beginning. 1, 2, 3. Or if you were to split it in half, it's the one in the middle. It'll have 2 and 2 on each side, right? That makes sense. So we're gonna make a double crochet. To make a double crochet, yarn over your hook, insert into that chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. So you're gonna have 3 loops on your hook. You're gonna wrap the yarn around your hook, which is what we say yarn over as. That's what yarn over means. Pull through 2 loops, yarn over again. So wrap that yarn around your hook, pull through 2 loops. That's your first double crochet. And then double crochet in those last 2 as well. So yarn over, go into that second chain, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So right now you have this little loopy-doopy at the end here, which is the 3 or the 2 that you skipped to go into this middle one. So you've got that loopy-doopy, and then you've got 2 double crochet so far. We're gonna make our 3rd double crochet in this last chain here. Yarn over, so your double crochet, there you go. And now, this is your first box. in your corner to corner crochet, because corner to corner is just a series of boxes, right? So because you have nothing to build off of, we're very, very beginning of our corner to corner. You just have one box. You need to make another box so we can keep building and building and building. So how you do that is basically you do the same thing again. You do 6 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many languages am I gonna do this in? Just that's all I know. All right, so we have 6 chains again. The one on your hook counts as 1. So we're gonna do the same thing. Yarn over to start your double crochet. Go right into that. Yarn over, pull up. You got 3 loopy doopies on your hook. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. There you go. There's your first. Now make 2 more like we just did for this one. Ignore, and by the way, just ignore this. If you're getting confused, don't think of all the aspects of what's going on here. Just think about the thing you're working on, right? We're not working on that. That's done. We're done with that one for now. So we've done 1 double crochet. We're gonna make 2 more in those last 2. So we've got 1, so now we got 2 double crochets. And then in this last little chain, we're gonna do 1 more double crochet. There you go. So now you got these 2 tatas here, right? What is this gonna do? This doesn't look right. Now this is where things get a little bit confusing, I guess, but think of this as just an aspect of the stitch pattern. This is just something you have to do to get the stitch pattern. You have these 2 boxes. What you're gonna do, because you want to start creating a grid, you want this one to flip. So you're gonna take your first one with the tail here, flip it up. So now you've got, weep, they're like little opposites. Now this is where it might get confusing. Sorry, there's a cat in frame. I promise you he will not do anything useful. So again, we're here. You gotta flip this guy up. And now, remember this loop up here of those 2 chains you skipped? We're gonna insert into there, into that little loopy-doopy right at the top, the little archway of the door. Yarn over, and not doing a single crochet. We're just gonna do a slip stitch. So we're gonna yarn over, pull through, and pull through what's on your hook. So now they're just attached. They're attached like this. Now it looks kind of wonky donkey. I swear it all evens out in the end. So really what we're looking at is our 2, this was the first one we made. This is the second one we made. It went from both being kind of loopy over here. We flipped this guy and attached our second square to our first square right at the top. Now, remember how I said at the beginning we only had 1 box and we had nothing to build off of? This is the part where we start building. No, I'm sorry, sir, we're gonna build. So now that we're here, we need to build another block. To do that, we're gonna start the pattern, which is when you're working from a loop, we're in the loop, right? We're working from an existing loop. You wanna chain 3, ghost, stop it now. Chain 3. And what essentially we're doing is we're building this guy in a different way. So that's your chain 3. Weep, whoop, weep. And then you're gonna do 3 double crochets in here. And that's like what we were doing to build our original boxes, right? We're doing 3 double crochets. Now, when you're working on this, I like to push them over a little bit because they're just on this little track. This chain is like a little track, right? 1, 2, 3. And there you've got your box. So now we've gone through the very beginning stages of making a corner to corner crochet. We've got the first box we made, the second box we made attached to it. These both use the same methods. It was just building a long row and then building off that row. This one was made building off this box. Now, if you look at it, you don't really have anywhere to go from here. So what we're gonna do is, okay, we need to build another box, but we're not building in a loop. So we have to do what we did at the very beginning. Chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's our 6. And then go back and do what we did before. Do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And now we're back to a very familiar place. We're here. Now what do we do here? Right? Everything's facing down. We want it to face up so that we can hinge this guy into here. So now, remember when we built this, we did the chain 3? Like, oh yeah. Now we're gonna attach it in that chain 3 with a little slip stitch. Boom. Oh my God, it's all making sense. Okay, from here, we're gonna just do what we did before, chain 3, because we don't need to build a box in here, we're building off of one. I try and think of it this way, you're kind of existing within a realm of already built blocks that you're working off of, you're not building an additional one. When you're building the additional ones, it's the X and Y axis. When you're working just in the center to fill in the meat and potatoes of the thing, if you're inside the thing, you're not building a new structure, you're building off of an existing structure. I don't know, does this make sense? Okay, so we have our chain 3, and then you just double crochet 3 in there. 1, right, in this loop. 2, and you do have to kind of work around these things sometimes. When this gets too high, I'll bend it so I can work in there. But don't worry, it'll bounce back. It's yarn. 3. All right, so now we're here. Now, like we did before, we've got to connect our boxes. And the way we connect the boxes that we build is through these little chain 3 loops. So we're gonna insert and then just do a slip stitch. So now we've attached it. So this is just, the way we are doing this is just using the same methods to build this structure out. Now, I know what you're gonna say. You're like, okay, Julianne, you're at the edge. We're doing the XY axis here. Do I not chain 6 and build a box from there? Actually, no. Remember the rule. If we're working within this loop, you don't do that. You're gonna build another box because you're building off of an existing structure. So we're gonna chain 3 because we're working in this loop. And then, oh, did I move off camera? Then we're gonna double crochet 3. 1, 2, whoops, oh my God, I lost them. 2, push those over, and 3. Okay, so now we're at the point where we're in no man's land, right? There's no loops to work on. We're just kind of stuck here. This is the point where we want to build a new box. So we're gonna chain 6. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I need more yarn. 4, 5, 6. And we're gonna do 3 of our double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now, you may have realized at this point what we're doing, which is, okay, don't forget, flip, attach to your 3 loop space. Okay, you can tell maybe at this point that we are working in the diagonal. We're building this way and we're going dee, 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 right? So now we're at a point where we're back in the center. I'm gonna work all the way to this other side and then show you how to stop growing your box. Once you reach the size that you want, I'll show you how to stop growing and then get to a point where you're actually going back down to a little one. All right, and now we're doing our last attach. So now we're here. Boom. We've attached to this last loop here, right? You've slip stitched right into there. If you're looking at this and going, okay, this is big enough, I don't want to make it any bigger, this is a 4x3 box, then I say to you, okay, perfect. Turn your work around. Now, I like to have my working yarn in the front here when I do this because my brain doesn't like how tight it feels when I have to pull it back here. So I just turn it this way, working yarn at the front, but I still kind of pull it to the back. All you're gonna do, because you're done building, you don't wanna grow this anymore. You wanna work up the side of this wall so you can get here to build a box, here to build a box, and then finish off over here. So, if you don't wanna build in crochet, all you do is slip stitch. And you wanna slip stitch into the 1, 2, 3 double crochets that you just made, right? It's always 3s. 1, 2, 3 slip stitches, and then there's actually you're back up in our loopy space, and that's where you want to start working. So you just do like you usually do when you're working in the loops. You slip stitch, and then you start again. You do your 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and now we're back building our boxes. It's just building. 2 and 3. Attach to this loop, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, my yarn ball is approaching. So now we're on the other side. You're finished this last box. Again, we're like, okay, we don't want to build anymore. We're done building. You still want to attach these two. So attach with a slip stitch in your loop and do what we did on the other side. You turn, working yarn in front because I like that. And then you're going to work 3 slip stitches in the 3 double crochets you just made. 1, 2, so you can see them on the side here. 3, and then you're ready to build a new box. So you put your hook through your little space here, slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, and 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. There you go, and you just want to attach to your little open loopy. You'll always make your way back to a loop at one point or another. All right, hi baby. And there you are, there you have her. I have a very great skill in not being able to consistently hold my tension sometimes, especially when, again, tutorials, perhaps not my forte. Cat. So I'm just someone who has to block, and that's fine. He's eating the yarn, and it's okay because he's special. There's your corner to corner. You get it? You get the vibe? There you go, guys. I hope that was helpful. If you like how I explain things, let me know. I think it's a little disjointed, but I do hope it was helpful. I hope you guys learned something today, and I will be back with a sewing video pretty soon and a video about my life on Etsy pretty soon. Woo! Bye-bye.